suffer for my underdogs, the ones willing to pay the cost. Even when we're up, we gotta take a loss. Underdogs are always against the odds. I'ma use this opportunity to do it for my underdogs. I'ma do this for my underdogs. I'ma do this for my underdogs. I'ma do this for my underdogs. Yeah, my underdogs.
Welcome back to the Rec Center. I'm Kenny Edwards, joined with my co-host. He's back, feeling a lot better, man. We were scared for a minute, Lo.
I was scared myself.
What happened with you, bro?
I was scared myself, kid. I don't know what happened. I thought
you had a cold.
I thought your boy was checking up out of here, man. I thought I almost checked up out of here, man. You know, so yeah, no, it was a bad long 2 weeks, man. But I'm back. I'm back, and we get to start it off back with one of my guys, man. This your guy though too, Ken. Like this your guy, but this my guy though.
My family,
right?
dude.
Yeah, so we gonna get to talk about all of this, man, because we both know this dude's story. We don't know the journey, right? And that's what the Rec Center is about, understanding the journey on how he got from where he started at, where we knew him from, to where he is today, man. So welcome, Ray Cleveland, man. How's it going, Ray?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Doing good.
Ray, we doing cool, man. We happy to have you on the show, man, because you have been coming up in a lot of our controversial topics when we talk about quarterbacks, and they say you threw for 5,000 yards your senior year at Tech. I was there. I saw some of the games. I didn't know it was 5,000 yards though. So you gonna help us with all of this stuff, man. So me and Ken both know y'all started together. What was that? Spray Mart? Y'all was at Spray Mart together?
Yeah.
But I know you from elementary school days. I didn't go there, but you was in Laurel, whatnot. You know, your mom, pops, little F, man. So we about to get back into it, man. How did you ended up being at Spray Mart back then? You know what I'm saying? Like, what got that start? Was your dad always coaching there?
Nah, actually, we started at Bill Wright. If you guys remember Bill Wright.
KTV, was that the same as KTVU?
KTVU, Bill Wright, that whole organization. Actually, it was actually intertwined with the Kappa organization as well.
Okay.
So because it was so big, they split up the teams. And my first team I ever played for, actually, the first team I got a trophy from Babe Ruth was from Bill Wright. I was a bat boy for a T-ball team. That's how entrenched I was.
Okay.
Started early. But then my first T-ball team was Stingrays.
Okay.
So Stingrays, that team, Sean Wilson was on that team, David Bush, Carlos Chambers. We had a bunch of guys. Terrence.
Was Alfred on that team yet? Remember Alfred?
Alfred was on that team.
Yeah,
so we had a bunch of people, and Stingrays, that was the very first time it started. So we all came up with the name of the team, and we came up with the colors of the team on practice. It was pretty cool. And that team was sponsored by Dave Stewart. And Jerome Stewart.
The baseball player? The coach? The
yeah.
pitcher?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Jerome Stewart was actually on that team. His nephew. And his mom was one of our coaches.
Damn.
Oh, see, that's
some
deep.
history.
That's deep right there.
Hey, but none of y'all stayed with Stingrays, though. That's what's funny.
Sean did. Sean and Alfred.
I thought Sean was with Kappa.
No.
Sean stayed with Stingrays through minors.
He stayed up until prep, because when we played him in 13, 12, 11, 12, he was still with Stingrays.
Yeah.
He loyal.
He came to PAL at prep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what's up, man. So what made you, then, like, going off what Ken said, what made you tear off from Stingrays and go to Spray Mart?
Honestly, it was a recruitment, actually, if you really want to get down to it. So there was a trip that I took. It was 88 All-Stars. It was in Utah. And we traveled up there, me, my brother, my dad, and Omari Murphy, and his dad, Coach Murphy. We drove up there because my dad and Coach Murphy, they were the coaches of the All-Star team. So, and they were on the American. They were coaching for American. So we went up there to Utah, and they played a of course, you guys know how All-Star go. So the national team was coached by Mac, Willie,
Alan
Jeff,
Temple. Alan
yep,
Temple Spraymore. Okay.
Alan Temple and Spraymart. So that was my first real like introduction to like all my idols that I grew up like at Babe Ruth. So Michael Knight was on that team, Michael Wheelock, Jimmy Rollins was on that team, T-Tone, Mikey was on that team as a 7-year-old. So there's a bunch of people on that team, on that national team. And then the American team was like Nate Cook, Jordan was on that team, Devin, Omari's little brother. So we went up there and we had a ball. We played each other in the championship, and through there, I got to introduce with Mac and Jeff. My dad was already friends with them, and my next year I was going to be playing minors, and they actually pulled me over to play minors for Spraymart.
Got it.
That's kind of like way whack though, man. Like back then, Ray, you already know, man. You played with who you started with, man, and they just rolled that up, right?
Well, Stingrays had just started, right? So Stingrays had just started. My dad was already going to go like switch over and coach with them. So I mean, I had to
because all right. So for those that don't know, your big bro,
And
Lil Ev came up with Cobras and stuff, right?
my brother actually started with Bill Wright.
yeah,
Oh damn!
they did a LeBron.
I don't know why. I
man.
don't know why I thought Ev played for Cobras.
Ray, you did it.
My brother played for Bill Wright. All his minors, I think. Yeah, all his minors. And then we both went over.
And he played for Cobras. He played for Cobras.
I think you know what? Let me take that back. My brother played for Spraymart in minors.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He played for Spraymart. Yeah, my last year T-ball, he was playing for Spraymart. So he was on that team. You had Tuba, Rodney Grace.
Yeah,
like
that's what I remember.
Yeah, that was a dope team.
Hey, so now when you do go there to minors, right? Do you go to minors? You 9. I'm coming into Babe Ruth now. My first time playing. I'm coming. We all cars, right? We all cars. I think Ken, you playing. You and
I
Ray
batted
playing.
left against all cars, bro.
Okay, huh?
I got to bat on my left against all cars.
Not our 12-year-old year. Not my 10-year-old year. Not that year, right?
No, I mean me and Ray first year in minors, bro. That we didn't have no all play rule, bro. There's a lot of games I ain't even
all set, right? So
I
look,
didn't even get in.
So here we go.
Here's the thing though, Lo. With me and Ken, I think we were groomed. They call it seasoning. We were seasoned the right way. So we came in at 8. We started at 8.
Yep.
And
So,
me,
because I played 3 years of minors.
So that was what I was about to ask you. Now you go from, it's like going from Houston Rockets to the Lakers now, right? Now you're not getting the same amount of playing time now, right? And y'all want to win, and you instantly go from that T-ball stage to, like you say, now Mikey and them is on the same team with you. Mikey, Matt, playing against
Mooney,
on the same team. On the other side, y'all rival Alan Temple, T Mac, and all of them. White Mike, all of them. Right now, it's like you getting thrown into this fire. The patience you guys had now, like Ken said, it wasn't no play rule, right? How was that being from that to just sitting some games unless we blowing y'all out to get?
No. We didn't sit some games. He sat damn near all the games.
All games.
Like every game, right?
So the thing about it was, it's all about cultivation, though. So we went to every practice. We practiced hard every time. We competed all the time. And when we got on the field, it was our time to get on the field. So we had to learn how to sit and wait your turn. So if you see some of those old videos, you'll see me, Ken, Carlos, Terrell, we all on the bench. But we still loud as everyone else, clapping it up. But then when we play teams like All Cars.
No, not All Cars. Y'all did not play against us.
Gallagher and Burt.
Gallagher and Burt, we got to get in.
Y'all got to play.
Hey, but when we got in, though, you got to make it count.
But let me so any of our kids, our young audience that's listening today, right? Because it's a totally different ball game, right? No one's sitting and waiting right now, right?
And my mom wasn't cussing out the coach and
from youth football to the transfer portal in college. Nobody is sitting and waiting these days, right? But what Ray said is we missing out on a cultivating of the talent that's in them type of organizations, right? And it's like now it's just hop there, right? So through that development, when you guys did become the top, but we waited our turn. When I get the chance to be 10, this is my team, right? What was that like now? And it's like, okay, T Mac gone, Mikey gone, all of them, Matt Cobb and them gone. What was it like when y'all got y'all shine on that?
So honestly, we didn't skip a beat, to be real with you, because our whole organization from minors all the way up to 14, 15s, we were always around each other. We was always competing. When we had our practices, Spray Mart, we would always practice against Cobras. Like we had scrimmages all the time. We would always be around each other, competing all the time. So that competition, that level of competition just kept us going. So when it was our turn, we just came in and ran with it. If it was on the field or off the field, like Ken said a bunch of times, playing dome, playing strikeout, playing anything, like we was always competing. So I mean, Lo, it was all the time, even at Laurel. I mean, basketball games after school, flag football, it was always a competition.
But then we always had people coming in and out too, though. Like it wasn't never like your position would say. We'll have shit. Then that Chris Dixon came, he snatched somebody's spot. What was Greg? Man.
Chuck Hayes.
Yeah, Chuck Hayes came and was our catcher for a while. Like, bro, it just wasn't never. You could never just relax.
So Ray, we got that start in baseball. Started there. When did this football thing come about? You know, when did you start going to play? Did you start with the Saints or were you Dynamites first?
So originally I played baseball and soccer. So I played soccer for like 5 years. My dad even coached soccer too. So I mean, I even played on a soccer team with Ray Young. Ray Young was on my soccer team. David, Carlos, all of them. I mean, me and Carlos, we've been boys since preschool. But that's where it started. So when they left, so Dave, his brother, they went to play Dynamites, and Carlos ended up playing Crusaders. I'm still playing soccer. I'm like, I gotta play football. All my boys went to go play football. Terrell playing football. Greg Jefferson, he went to Laurel, he playing football. So I was like, man, I gotta go play. So my first year was Dynamites. That's where I started.
What was that transition like though? Because everybody know like it was one team in Oakland at one point in time, and you had to make the Dynamite team. Like I saw people get cut and got to walk home in a girdle. You know what I'm saying? So what was it like to go to that with all that talent now? Because that talent on one team is not like the Oakland Bay Roof where it's spread on different teams.
So I'll be straight with you. My junior Pee Wee year with the Dynamites, I was not good. I played offensive line, and then I played defensive line, and that's where they put you when you ain't too talented. But throughout the year, I kept like building up, and I started making a name for myself and playing better on defense. Mind you, some of the guys that are on that team are already playing like 1 or 2 years. So Versailles was our quarterback. JR, he played running back. Dre was on that team. JT was on that team. There was a bunch of guys on that team that ended up being pretty good. But that was my first year. Antoine Thomason, that was his first year playing Dynamites with me. That was our first year playing. So that whole year, it was a learning experience for me, putting on the pads for the first time, learning how that goes, and just going throughout the year playing Dynamites.
Right. Let me ask you this, because you play in organizations with some of the most talented people that came through our area, right? Did you ever look at some of them and be like, hey, you know what? This guy, and you might have felt about yourself, but you look like, hey, he's going to go pro in baseball or football. You ever looked at any of them that you was playing with and was like, man, I could see that kid going pro baseball or football when we were young, even if they didn't make it, they just had that talent?
At the time, to be honest with you, not too many. Probably. So let me take it back. So a couple of years, I would say, I thought Michael Knight would. He's a few years older than me. I thought Mikey would. I thought Tavaro would. And Jimmy Rollins.
Yo, Jimmy did. We seen that like the way Jimmy did. Ken, what about you? Did you see any
Antoine Thomason?
Antoine
Thomason. I thought he was going to the major leagues for sure.
Oh, Twan too. Twan was balling with us when we was like 10 years old, and he was 2 years. He was starting with us.
I think mine was Ray Young, right?
Ray Young. Well, see, I didn't see Ray Young going because he was hella skinny.
No, but it was like basketball though, like right? Because when I saw him, it was like, hey, he was taller than all of us though, right? And it was like, hey, Ray he's going, right? Yeah. And to have the talent to go do it in basketball, before I even seen him play basketball, he was a hell of a baseball player, right? He was the first baseman at 12-year-old stretching for the ball. Like we didn't see that. He was doing that naturally, right? And it was like, oh, Ray going. Atari Collin was one I thought.
Tubob.
Tubob too. Atari Collin in baseball. I thought Atari was gone, man. Like
around minors, majors, you couldn't tell me Terrell Taylor wasn't going to the majors.
See, yeah,
Terrell Taylor.
Around the minors, majors time, that boy, he could do everything.
Yeah, minors, majors. Yeah, I give you that, Ken. But it's kind of weird for me because they were all around all the time, so it's kind of hard to see that because I'm looking at them as my peers, and we just all around each other all the time. When I say all the time, I mean after games. Bro, like my house was the house.
Your house is the first house that I seen somebody had a basketball court. Your house was the first house that I saw sports talk baseball, Madden. Like it was always going down at Ray Cleve house.
Yeah. Ray, was it ever any like me and my brother always have competitive competitions? Was it ever like that with you and Ev? Like you and little Ev, y'all ever had that? Like me and Mel would sit up at Laurel and play the best out of 19 in basketball at Laurel. And then
me and my brother, we competed a lot all the time, from video games to playing outside, everything. So it was constantly going back and forth. Fights all day when the parents were gone. So we were only 2 years apart. So you know how that goes.
Well, I done seen them go at it.
Oh, for real?
I done seen them go at
it. It's crazy because Ray, you nonchalant, but Ev got you beat in the nonchalant category. Ev just be hella nonchalant all the time. Like, that was Ev all the time, just hella nonchalant about it. Like, didn't think like he had that competitiveness in him, right? Because he was just always hella chill. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. So Ray, you ended up you didn't go to Bret Hart, did you? Ray, you went to Bret Hart with us, right?
Yeah.
With the Bret Hart. Okay, so Bret Hart, right? Ended up at Bret Hart. Let's go to how you made the decision from Bret Hart. Your brother went to Skyline, but for you to come to Tech. How did that whole decision come about?
So actually, you guys remember how the schools were like junior high, like Bret Hart went up to 9th grade. So my 9th grade year, I actually played JV baseball for Skyline. My dad was the coach up there. He was one of the assistant coaches with Howard Gamble. My brother was on the varsity team with all them other names up there, Bob and all them. So actually it was a math teacher, my 8th grade math teacher. I don't know if you remember him, Lo. It's a black math teacher, Mr. McKenzie. Oh. He was there. And then he introduced me to a program, a engineering academy at Oakland Tech. So from there, that's when I got my first vision of like what kind of high school I wanted to go to in the 8th grade. And then recruitment again. So let me set the record straight. I know Aaron was on here and he said that he bridged the gap of East Open and North Open at Tech or something. But to be honest, Oakland Tech baseball team is one of the reasons why I came over there, and one of the reasons why it was basically spray mark.
The whole
So,
team, basically.
Yeah, it's basically spray mark. So I remember playing Babe Ruth 14, 15, I forget what game. And the Twins was like, hey, Ray, you should come over and play second base with us. We need a second baseman. So they were already going over there. So the Twins going over there, Mikey already over there, Matt's there. I mean, the whole team. So
LaRue, everybody.
we ended up getting LaRue to play. He was there. So it was a cool time. So those were the two reasons why I went to Tech.
Y'all be leaving me out of the, like, I didn't help this shit. Like, I was there before Mikey and everybody. Like, I didn't have a bridge to this, right? But no, I wish I would have played baseball with y'all though.
Yeah, we did too. We definitely needed you on our team.
I just wanted 1 year of high school baseball, man. But y'all know my story. I just said it about Coach, what's his name? Peach's daddy name? Coach Scott.
Coach Scott.
Coach Scott. I just said it about Coach Scott, man. Me and Coach Scott didn't get along from All Stars, and I'm like, man, I'm not.
Jamal Chase is a spray mark guy.
Oh yeah. So no, but you
Jamal Chase.
So hey, but now here we go. We about to get into this though. Right now we got to get to we didn't got the background part of how you ended up at Tech, all of this stuff. But when you first got there, your first freshman year, no, your sophomore year now, because you did ninth grade at Bret Hart, right? You did ninth grade year at Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
Sophomore year, you didn't play football with us. You didn't play football at Tech your sophomore year, right?
Nope, I played for the Saints.
Because y'all had a championship team, right? That what the whole deal was.
We had a good team that year, but honestly, with my size, and my development of what I wanted to do, it was best for me to be there and play midgets. So that year, that was my first year ever playing quarterback. So for me to get out there, play quarterback.
Time out. Hold on, you ain't about to just get that out that quick. Hold on. Your first year ever playing quarterback was playing midget. So you mean to tell me your second year quarterback was you leading our team to a Super Bowl?
Yep.
Wow. Did you know that, Ken?
Nope.
I didn't know that either, right? So what happened in that was it makes sense now.
I thought he played quarterback the whole time for the Saints. I only remember him playing quarterback.
Nope.
Okay. So
my first year playing quarterback was my last year with the Saints.
Okay, so you come in, now you come in and you come to Tech and you're the quarterback on varsity your very first year, right? And we get to this thing, right? And you said you needed that year to develop into a quarterback. When you got there, and you got the varsity first time, was it like, okay, I can do this, it's easier than what I thought it was going to be? Some of these teams ain't as good as I always looked at them to be. What was it like?
Honestly, from the beginning, it was just confidence building over the summer. So you know how we had practice over the summer. George Nelson was a starting quarterback at the time. And then who was it? Sidney. He ended up leaving and going to Matt. But so I was there, and actually I think I was like third on the depth chart. Gene actually was the one that told Coach Edwards that I can play. So when I came over there, they kind of had an idea of me playing. They took the word of Gene. So throughout the summer, playing 7-on-7, practicing, I was killing. But I mean, they had to, they had to give it to George because he was there already. So through that summer, just developing through there, and then just building my confidence, and really almost, I don't know if you remember, Lo, we used to go home every practice. Me, the twins, because we all live in East Oakland.
I was ineligible, right? I missed that whole summer. I can imagine y'all always was with each other, so y'all was always together.
Yeah, Marcus Jackson had a little car. So baseball though, sophomore year at Tech, I was playing varsity. So I was playing varsity baseball, but just not football. But we'd go home every day, and they'd just be in my ear, Dion, Mikey, like, Ray, you got it, man. You can get the starting job. You just keep going. So just building off of that, and then coming in with pads, I was like, oh, this shit, it's not as difficult as I thought it was gonna be. So first game, I got in like one play. That was against Concord. Second game, we played Galileo. I got in like 2 quarters. And then third game, I played the second half against Franklin. And then Salesian, I got the starting job then.
Was it anything that you did that George didn't do? I wasn't there. I'm ineligible, so I'm only played with you the second half of that season. Is there anything that you did that Jordan didn't do to make you win over the starting job eventually after 5 games?
Honestly, it was so it was in a classroom. It was just learning the game, paying attention, applying what I learned from our teaching in the classroom on the field and actually doing it. So no slight to George, but when he get in a game, he'll drop back and then just try to he'd just try to heave the ball or just immediately start running.
See, I don't know George, but George comes across to me as like he was just an athlete that was placed at quarterback. Raymond is an actual quarterback.
Right. So you gotta think I was a third string quarterback in. Like I was I was a third string. I was at one game, George got suspended. I don't know who he was playing. George couldn't play a game. And Ray was the quarterback, and he's like, "Lo, you learn this shit because anything happen to Raymond, you gotta go." And I remember we playing Mac, and I think and they called it out. I'm looking at Ray like, nigga, time out, change the play something. They about to blow this up, right? And they did blow it up. They did blow it up.
They did. I remember that exact play. I know exactly what you're talking about.
They blew it up, Ken, but they called it out. It's a reverse. Yeah. I get to Ray, and it's all blown up, right? And they called it out. But then you go. So now let's get to this magical season, your senior year, right? So you go to the Super Bowl. You take us to the Super Bowl. We lose in the Super Bowl. Your junior year.
But that was 98?
98. First time Tech. First time ever Tech went to the Super Bowl, right? Then you guys get back to the Super Bowl, back to back, but the fight happened. You guys don't get to play. How many yards did you throw for that year? I knew you threw for a lot of touchdowns because Twan had a lot of touchdowns, right? How did it go from, and you guys got the transition. We went from heavy dose of Mikey running the ball to now y'all passing team, right? And now you're a passing team, right? What was that summer like leading to it? Because you lost in your junior year coming back, you lost a lot of production. You lost 20 seniors damn near with a lot of production. What was that offseason like for y'all?
We lost, like you said, we lost a lot of people. So Coach Dame, the quarterback coach, so Lo, you know how you had your son at the beach all the time running in the sand? That's where he had me. So he'll pick me up. He'll come to my mom's house, pick me up, take me to Alameda Beach in the morning. And that's what we'll be doing. We'll be running, getting our conditioning up over the whole summer. So just growing in that. Of course, I was still playing baseball. I still advise all parents to let their kids play multiple sports. But over that summer, it was just growing, development. My body getting to a little bit bigger, getting stronger, and coming on and just owning it. Like the year.
Go ahead. I'm not finished. Go ahead.
The year before, I mean, that was Mikey's team. So, I'm coming in, I'm just managing the game. I think I only threw over 100 yards maybe twice. And I was proud of that. But coming into the next season, it just blew up. Like 100-yard game was nothing.
Did you think y'all would be as good as y'all was with all of the production y'all lost and trying to change the identity of the school team from a running team to now the passing team? Did you think y'all be that good?
Actually, no, I didn't. I mean, I know Twan since elementary, and even Twan that year before, he sprouted out. Like from where he was to his senior year, I never knew that. Like Twan would be where he was.
You didn't see that. Twan didn't even get no playing time in that season.
None.
What he did in the offseason and what he did when we went to Laney together, he just had that. He developed. But then you get Pastor Smoke to come out in his senior year, who now you get an automatic deep threat, which you know what I'm saying? The Smoke was fast, but y'all end up, and then you get Aaron Early was with y'all, right? Did Aaron play with y'all?
Yeah, Aaron was on that team. Aaron was like he was a backup running back, backup safety.
Backup running back.
Um,
and you had Coop. You had Coop. Rest in peace to Coop. Coop came and Coop developed. And
yeah, Coop was on that team.
Jeff Drain transferred in.
He transferred there. Lamont was on that team, but Lamont didn't really turn it on until a couple of games through after preseason. Actually, we didn't really see Lamont the way he turned it around. That was a big part of our team right there. Him, like how he turned it on. But yeah, coming into the season, 7-on-7s at Laney. My receivers were Twan on one side and Gideon on the other side.
Gideon, I forgot about Gideon.
Whatever you threw for, you did not know you was gonna throw for that if you in 7-on-7.
Nah, I didn't.
Shout out to Gid, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not. I did not know at all.
What was your best game that season? Was it the Skyline game? Because y'all was fighting with them. Was it the Skyline game?
So my best game, actually, I won Player of the Week. It was against Houston.
Houston.
They came to Tech.
Okay. They was black?
Yeah.
They was black and gold? What were they?
Yep, black and gold.
Black and gold. Okay.
They came, I had about five touchdown passes that game. I had close to 300 yards. And we came back at the last second. We drove down the field. We needed a game scoring touchdown to win. I throw it to Coop, RIP Coop, and then he fumbles on the 2-yard line. They get it. But that was my best game stats wise. And then second was Skyline game.
Now the sideline game, I heard about it before I read about it. And I had to read about it to believe what I heard about.
Yeah, no, Raymond crazy. I was up there.
Nobody was doing that.
It was at the hill. It was on the hill too. And it was
on the hill. Up at halftime. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good game. I remember that one. But do you think, right, because y'all had them. To me, y'all had them. Do you think if the fight don't break out and it don't get canceled, you guys have a better shot going into that Super Bowl?
I think we win that. I think we win that Super Bowl. And it's a lot of reasons why, but a few of them were our team, our confidence was on a high. We had a special thing of Lamont playing fullback and running the ball now. No one can bring him down. And then our passing game was already there. So I think we had a real good chance of winning that game. The reason why I know the reason why we lost the first game, and it wasn't because they were better than us. I think we just got a little bit too big head at halftime, and we let our foot off the gas thinking we already won.
Was it that, or do you feel like a lot of your teammates felt like that was good enough? Like, man, we hung with them at halftime. Whatever happened after this, fuck it.
So that too. I think Lo may know this, the culture of Tech wasn't always a winning culture when it comes to sports. So you had a team that was good here and there, but it wasn't like we trying to dominate and win all the time. And we want to win and we know we're going to win. So we won a championship in baseball. And then we just the whole culture of the school changed those few years that we were there, actually, because the basketball team was doing good. Baseball team, of course, we won. And football team, we had just went to the Silver Bowl for the first time. So I think that halftime, I think a lot of guys were never in that spot before, to where like you winning and you got to keep winning. It's still a whole game to go. No, but Ken, you know,
you got to learn how to win. You do got to learn how to win.
You got,
and that's some of the things that I learned from Spray Mark growing up in those organizations. It was like you dominate all the time,
bro. I didn't.
So we were doing it like, for instance, at halftime, the team.
Bro, I was winning at Head Roy, so I didn't really experience losing until I got to Oakland High, and that shit felt just weird. Like I start judging people. I'm like, bro, like what's wrong with you?
Like, no. Why you not mad that?
Like why you not mad?
Yeah,
bro.
that we lost, right?
I got to Oakland High, bro. So football was the first season, obviously. So bro, people would miss practice, show up on Friday and play on Saturday. And I'm looking at the coach like, and I didn't even, bro, I was so brainwashed by Babe Ruth. I didn't even know missing practice wasn't like an option. Like
Right.
I just thought it was like you eat breakfast, you go like then you go to. I didn't know missing was an option, and
Yeah,
people was
and-
missing. I
but-
was like,
Yeah.
this is hella weird.
You know what? It took, and like Ray said, it took some years for Tech to become like a culture of even that type of thing. Understanding that you don't miss practice, right? I remember Coach Edwards' first year there was my first year. You know what I'm saying? And it was some stuff Coach Edwards should have put his foot down on earlier in them years that would have changed some other stuff from later on down the line, right? But he was new into, he trying to build it, and he always had someone trying to take it. Coach Sherman kept trying to take it from him to be the head coach, right? But as it went on and on, baseball team, we saw the athletes come through there. Even when we were sophomores and juniors, we've been playing around each other our whole life. So we see, oh, you got Mike in here, Matt came in here. We had Ed Gaines was there. You don't know Ed Gaines, Ken, but he ended up leaving, going to Mac. He one of the best athletes. You know what I'm saying? So outside of the Tech culture, we still had it's Tech. So it ain't Skyline where we got our coach on campus and there's no off-campus life. Like it was like, Lynn, we go leave and go off campus. We might not make it back to fourth or fifth period. We might not make it back into practice. So it took a while for that mentality of knowing that, they held each other accountable. I could say something about their team, Mikey, Ray Cleve, and all of them.
Yeah, but that shit started at Greenman.
The Wayne Hawkins, they knew how to hold each other accountable. Now it was us, some of us that Tech comes with what Tech comes with, and we go cat off how we cat off. You know what I'm saying? But Ray, after throwing and having the seasons you had, did you ever look at it like, man, I might try to take this football thing to college? Wherever it takes me, I might try to take it. Did that ever come up about you? Or I know you had the baseball that y'all end up winning championship. Did y'all win it your senior year in baseball too, or no? Or no, they won it at Skyline,
Nigga, Skyline had nigga.
Yeah, Skyline won that year.
Skyline won it after that. I remember that. But did you ever think about like, man, I know Coach Pete came to talk to you for football. Not Coach Pete came to talk to everybody, right? Did you ever think about like, man, I might try to play football? Did that ever come about?
Actually, yeah. But there's a couple things that kind of threw me off. Like you said, it was early on in Coach Edwards' career, so that whole lineage of guys going from Tech to college wasn't really there, and I think he was still learning how to get guys and get those are back in you gotta have your highlight tape on VHS and send it out to everywhere. Like it was before Max Prep and all this stuff on the internet, so we actually had to have somebody recording all our games and then sending everything out. So a lot of that stuff wasn't there for us at that time. And then his connections, I don't think were there as well. So from the Silver Bowl being canceled and then getting a late notice for the All-Star game, I didn't play in the All-Star game when I was supposed to. I was kind of thrown off at that point.
Okay.
And then the college I ended up going to didn't have a football team.
Got it. But any of them like did even, like I said, Coach Peters at Laney would he came to talk to you, Ken, when you was coming out of high school.
Yeah, he actually came to my house, and it's a funny story because I don't think my mom really wanted me playing football at a JC. So it just so happened that the night he was supposed to come, the night he came to my house, my mom took me to go mail all my college applications off.
Yeah, Millie don't play. Millie don't play. Millie don't play.
Yeah, no, never did.
Millie don't play.
He missed that meeting coincidentally.
Oh, y'all missed the meeting.
Yep. So I came back home with the Laney program and all the information and packet on my doorstep. And we didn't even have a meeting.
But see, if y'all would have been there, he would have got her, because Coach Pete don't talk about football on the home visits. All he talk about is 99% graduation rate. Everybody goes on to a 4-year. That's all he talked about.
And actually, you know what? That's true.
I know.
It's true, because even the ones that didn't play. So we talk about this connections and all of these things. Our sophomores at Laney that didn't play literally went to
Everybody goes.
wherever they went to, they went, right? I never even knew what Colgate was at first. Like where you going to Colgate? And I realized Colgate is an FCS school, D1. And I'm like, I didn't know that, but to us, D1 was you better have been to one of these Pac-10 schools or something we know, right? Coach Pete was getting people to go there, and it was like you couldn't be in the quad at this term. All of these rules, right? So, but I don't think he would have sold million on Ray going to Laney College coming out of Tech. I don't think he was gonna sell. No, it wouldn't change.
He wasn't even trying to hear it.
That's a hard sell for moms.
He wasn't hearing that, kid. She wasn't going for that, man. So
y'all know how my mom's is, so
absolutely right. So let me back you up to this, Ray. Tell me this, right? We asked about this, right? And you've been around Oakland Bay Roof for a long time, since you said you was 8 years old and you always saw people playing up, right? Give me your top 5 Bay Roof players that you saw play.
of course Jimmy's up there.
Uh-huh.
I mentioned a couple of them already. Jimmy, Michael Knight, Mike Wheelock, Bobby Smith. How many is that? 4?
4.
And then I'll throw it to my boy, Mikey Denard.
Mike Denard. Okay. Okay.
And I gotta squeeze Two Bob in there too. I've seen a lot of them, man.
Two Bob, that list could be 20, right? That list could be 20. So it's no slight or shade to anyone you didn't name, right? It just talk about how deep in the culture was of that Oakland Bay Roof for years. Like I didn't even say name within eras. I said name them all. And we can't argue that, right? I even say one of the ones I seen, Omari and Tony Johnson, them like they was like,
oh yeah,
they was really, really, really.
Tony, my bad. Tony Johnson was on that national team too in Utah. He was on that team.
Omari, Tony Johnson, Bob, you know what I'm saying? Even Ronnie, right? Ronnie is to me, Ronnie being the same as Bob, right? Being the same as Bob, same age on the same team as Bob, same age as Jimmy Rollins, Eric Hill, and them. Ronnie kind of slides under the radar a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But
talking about Ronnie Grace?
Yeah. He slides under the radar, but Ronnie was hella good. Hella good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this though, Ray. Now we're going back to that Tech baseball team full of all of y'all that came from the Oakland Bay Roof team. What was it like when y'all actually won that Trans Bay Series, man? Y'all went and played at, what is it, Candlestick first and then the Oakland Coliseum, or was the other way around? Candlestick first.
Yeah, we played at Candlestick first.
What was it like, man, when y'all won that? Was that the first time in Tech history that was won, though?
I think so.
Yeah,
I think so.
I think it was first time we won the Trans Bay Series, right? What was that like? Like y'all got a championship in something. It didn't happen in football, but y'all brought it back and got it in baseball. What was that like?
So actually, it was pretty dope. I got in trouble that first game. You remember we had those cutoffs. We had those gray cutoffs with the gold warm-up jersey underneath.
Right.
I left my cutoff at home.
Ooh.
So I was supposed to start that game, and Gene, he started me on defense, but then he DH'd for me. So I was kind of upset that game, but we won that game, and then I started the next game at the Coliseum.
What was that starting 9?
So it depends on who's pitching. So if let's say Will Pickford is on the mound.
Okay, Pig. Yeah.
You got LaRue catching. You got Matthew at first, Dion at second, Mikey at short, me at third. Actually, no, my bad. That's Markham King was at first, the twin. Matthew Cobb was in right field. Malcolm was in center. And then Marcus Jackson was in left field.
Okay, Marcus, the only one I'm not familiar with.
Marcus Jackson, he played for Ellie Harris. He played Babe Ruth. He's from the East.
Maybe if I see him. My bad, Marcus. If I see you, I probably know you.
Yeah.
That
was starting up.
That was a crazy ass 9.
Yeah.
But you still even had some people that was on the bench that could still, you know what I'm saying? That can still play. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this, right? So the college you went to didn't have football. Did it have baseball? Did you think about going out for that? How did that work?
Well, actually, I did. They had a baseball team. They had a pretty good baseball team. Marcus Jackson, he ended up going to Cal Poly with me.
Okay.
So we roomed together my freshman year, and it was kind of upsetting because we go out, walk on the team, and it was literally 10 balls to hit and shag in the outfield. And at the end of practice, coach gathered everyone together and said, "Thanks for coming out. You guys can try out next year."
Damn.
Wow.
So me being the son of Millie and Everett Cleveland, I go to the coach after practice, and I'm like what you did. Actually, you know what? They called Marcus back. They liked him. Called him back to practice. So I went back to the coach and I said, what you guys did out there didn't allow me to show any of my talent. So he heard me out and he told me to come the next day, and I had a one-on-one practice with the head coach. So he was hitting balls for me at short, at second, and then after that, I was on the team.
Oh, so you actually made the team?
Yeah, I made the team.
I was like, I thought he played baseball.
That's the way to advocate. That's the way to go advocate, man. Like, can you give they want you to hit 10 home runs in your 10 little pitches. You get to hit.
Yeah, literally 10 pitches. Literally 10 pitches and shag balls in the outfield.
They want you to go 5 for 10 home runs though. Like everything got to go out the park.
All they looking for is height and weight. Weight. That's all they looking. Who looked the part? Eye test. That's all they.
Eye test. Okay. Then, hey, you've been watching our shows, right? And we always do the start bench cut, right? So we did the start bench cut, and we did it we do it all the time, man. But we had a Tech version of the start bench cut. I think it was Aaron Early, Mike Denard, and Marshawn Lynch, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to do a start bench cut with them three. What would it be? How would it go?
I mean, that's easy.
Easy?
Yeah.
You cutting somebody with ease?
I mean, you guys just said eye test. Eye test alone, I mean, with size, but all of them is pretty good. So, is it after we already know, or just high school?
Just high school.
Okay.
Just high school.
Just high school. Now, if you're going just high school, only person I really saw like on a day-to-day and saw clips of was Mikey. So, and I've seen games to where he literally won it by himself. And mind you, he wasn't the fastest, but I don't know how he was breaking away from people. So I'll start Mike, and then I'll bench Marshawn, and then I'll cut Aaron.
We're gonna red shirt him. Start
red
shirt. That's
hard.
No, yeah, we red shirt Aaron. We red shirt Aaron.
I didn't see when I went off to college. I didn't see Aaron play. I heard all the things he did, but I really didn't see him play. Yeah, I didn't see video of him as well.
Yeah, he's a school record holder.
Yeah. I went back and I saw clips. I was like, man, he's killing.
He was going crazy. He's a school record holder. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's like you said, it's like the baseball thing. There's no flight to no one. None of this stuff, man. And
his jump was huge too. From his junior year to his senior year, it was way different.
Let me ask you this, right? So I stopped doing the overrated thing. I don't like calling people overrated. People are seeing me outside and mugging me and telling me hey, Ken ain't getting none of this. Ken out in Vegas, he have no issues, but I'm outside. You the podcast dude.
I catch it. Right? Somebody come to Vegas every weekend. I catch it.
So, but give me four football players in the OEL, Ray, that you feel was underrated.
Underrated. I would say Lamont.
Okay.
That's one of them. Let's go to I would say, I don't know if y'all would say this, but I would say Eugene Jones.
Okay.
because I didn't really see too much like I did all the other players that was at Skyline after. And then I don't know the other person I would have to think on the last one.
Do you feel yourself is underrated when it comes to the talk about it? Do you feel yourself is underrated?
I think so. Only because I actually put up numbers. That year it was me, Chris Dixon, and oh boy that just got fired from the Bills.
Ken Dorsey.
What's his name?
Ken Dorsey.
We were three. My senior year, those were the three battling at the top of the stats.
In
the Bay Area. Yeah.
Did you go all A&G? Did you go all A&G?
I didn't. I had them two ahead of me.
Do you think all A&G comes from another one of the things we talked about with Coach Edwards with the networking type thing?
I think so.
The newspaper thing, because I believe Beam was able to get some people all A&G above, like we talking about Bay Area. So definitely, I believe Beam was able to have calls and hey, this person needs to be all A&G type thing. You know,
I think it's that. I think it's being part of NCS too.
Yeah,
I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah, but
but
back then we were so competitive as a league, Ken. That kind of like it ain't like it is now. Like even our preseason was more competitive, so it was like we have some arguments.
Shit, y'all might have been winning, but we wasn't competitive. Castle, my damn show, wasn't competitive. So
it was really
I feel like we was competitive against each other, but I'm like outside the league, outside of Skyline, Matt wasn't really beating people outside the league like that.
Yeah,
no,
it was really only Skyline. It was really only
that was winning in the non-conference.
Yeah,
sometimes we be talking.
But our non-conference schedule was weak. We played every one of us played a Frisco team.
Yeah, we beat the shit out of them.
So even y'all beat them, right? Y'all beat them, right? So we was winning non-conference, just that we were playing weak non-conference teams.
Fact. True. But so they know that. I'm sure they know that come voting time.
But when we played Franklin and Stockton, nigga, they was good.
That's what I'm saying. And what was the score? Willie Dixon went crazy on y'all ass.
They was good, right? But so I would say, and I didn't know you were top 3 in the Bay Area.
I remember that.
And we don't throw your name in there. So that's an underrated thing, right? Because when we say quarterbacking in the league, we say name 5, right? It ain't too many of these 5 that was in the top 3 in the Bay Area in passing, right? We're not even a passing league, right? We're not even a passing league. And the only thing I could think that passed Lou Fisher, he passed all the time. Like Lou Fish, I saw Jason Goree, one of his highlights, he threw like 6 passes in the game. Like 6 passes thrown in the whole game, right? So when we say this, is we throwing the names on there based on hype, right? And not the stats, right? Not the stats. Because top 3 in the Bay for what you do and be underrated is crazy as an OEL quarterback, right?
Yeah, if I went to Skyline, we'll be talking a whole different story right now. Just off the connections Beam had, it'd be a totally different story.
Because some of the Skyline quarterbacks we talk about, I'll be like, come on, bro.
No,
come on, bro.
But in the contrary, right? One thing we do say about the Skyline quarterbacks is what, Ken?
They're professional handoffers.
And they're overrated. We do say about them, right?
They just
say it's kind of easy. Like your record look good as shit as a quarterback, right? But like you game manager.
You hand the ball off to Raj.
You're Cam Newton.
Raj runs for 250. And then you throw a hitch or a screen to Ryan Fernandez.
Yeah.
And he runs 98 yards.
Some type of cross
fucking break.
That's what really killed us. A slant to Eugene Jones, and he takes it to the house.
Come on, bro.
That kind of like broke our back.
And then your defense doesn't give up anything. So you're never playing from behind. So you never actually have to air it out. Come on, bro. Don't get me started.
Hey, come on, Ken. Let us know how you really feel.
Don't get me started.
How you really feel, Ken.
Don't get me started. The real quarterback, I say me, Ray. They should have let Danielle stay at quarterback. Danielle was amazing at quarterback. If he would have been developed. Shit. Who else? I don't know, but
But Ken, do like Ray did. Give me your 5 you would say was overrated, not just in
overrated. I ain't going there.
No, underrated. I'm sorry, underrated. No, we ain't
Like
doing
just
that no
like football players. Period.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why Gene don't. I don't know why Gene don't, because he was the starting receiver, like the number one. Like he was wide receiver one for like a year or two. I feel like. So I don't know why he doesn't get more. Ray Cleve obviously don't know why he doesn't get more. I mean, I kind of figure like Ray, like if you didn't go D1 out of the OAL, it's like cats think you garbage if you didn't go D1. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody really went
Yeah,
on
so
D1 like
they
that.
be like it's D1 or garbage, and it's like, nah, bro. First of all, this was before YouTube, before Huddle, before it was like, bro, and it ain't no D2s in California like hardly. You know what I'm saying? So it's either Cal, Stanford, all the D1 AA's outside of Davis at that time. All the D1 AA's and D2s is in the Midwest. So it's like, how they gonna get to you? So that'd be why like people like Ray Cleve be underrated. Plus I feel like the Tribune didn't really pump him out there like that. I feel like Twan got most of the pub on that team. Who else is underrated? I don't know what happened. I think Chip. I think Chip. Nobody talks about Chip at middle linebacker. I think Chip was a motherfucking hog. Who else? Lamar Murphy. I always say that.
You don't put Twan on there as the underrated?
Twan Smith?
Yeah.
Nah, I think he got what I think he gets the praise. I mean, he was good.
Twan, listen to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a better receiver than Twan. But Twan had way more yards than me as he had a quarterback. He had way more stats than me.
But see, you talking about stats in eye tests.
But here's so he's flying under the radar. He's flying under the radar. Because when you name your top 5 receivers, you don't even think Twan.
So I think
have more stats than a lot of the receivers we name as a top 5.
But I think our era, we give Twan his roses, his flowers. Now we ranking them like who's better. Low. I done play with a lot of fucking receivers. You up there, bro? And I did spring ball with Twan. I never played in the season with him, but I did spring ball with Twan. He good. It's levels though.
But listen, what I'm saying though, right? If we go the same thing we talk about with Ray, as far as underrated, Twan got the stats.
Yeah,
right?
but Ray.
When we talk about that era, even if we say even in that era, a lot of people will say KT or before Twan.
I would say KT over Twan.
You get my drift.
Twan played with Ray Cleve. KT played with Mario.
That doesn't. But when we looking at the stats of it all, right?
It ain't always about stats.
If Coach Edwards was able to pub Twan like a Beam could pub Rufus, Twan is where we talking levels now. Right?
Okay, if you're talking about like under recruited and all that, maybe. But I'm saying like in terms of like how our era rates Twan, or if we sitting in a room and we like, bro, who is one of the best? Everybody gonna talk about Twan. I don't think people bringing up Ray Cleve, and that's a problem.
I think it's both. I think it's both for the both of them. I think it's for the both of them, right? Even me, and I've watched the majority of their season, right? But even me,
yeah, but not that the OEL, we'll see what Ray thinks. Not that the OEL is a quarterback happy league, but I mean, I'm sorry, I think I was better, but I think Ray and I were at the top of our era. But in terms of receivers, I think there's so many receivers better than Twan. I think just in the time in the three years I was at,
You talking about the years we were in high school?
I'm talking about the 3 years I was at Oakland High.
Mm-hmm.
I think Ryan was a better receiver.
But Ryan didn't play when Twan played.
Yeah, he did.
But I'm saying that I saw Ryan play.
Silver Bowl team. He was on the Silver Bowl team.
Yeah. When I was in 10th grade, Ryan played with
Ryan was on the Silver Bowl team. He was on the Silver Bowl
team. On that team that we played on the hill?
Yeah, he scored that.
Well, he was 98.
At the touchdown. Yeah, he was on that. He was on that team. The team we played on twice. He was on that team.
Okay.
But
it's debatable if Twan was even better than Smoke.
come on.
Nah, 12 better than Smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke,
But is it debatable?
Smoke faster. Smoke
he's
faster.
faster.
He's faster.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
Twan. So it goes a thing like, and Twan had an amazing season, right?
Yes. With an amazing quarterback.
But here's the thing, though. We ain't taking away from Raj Ratliff. He had an amazing season with an amazing line. Only one.
Raj was different.
Twan was different in that season, though.
Twan was good.
Yeah,
Twan, I am not saying that you were not good. Please don't mishear that. All I'm saying is there were numerous guys that I feel, in my opinion, were better.
Ray, what's your thoughts? That's a good debate. Is Twan's season with Ray Cleveland at quarterback, is it equivalent to Raj Ratliff with his line at Skyline? It's both only one season, Ken. It's both amazing stats in that season.
I think Raj was always a better athlete than Twan. But I think Twan, it's hard for me because Twan's junior year, he was on the bench. And it was really that senior year to where he like exploded. His routes were better. He caught the ball. And that was really our only like go-to receiver. Coop played tight end at the time. He didn't really play receiver, but Twan, he was the dude that I went to. So I depended on him. If I threw the ball, I looked at him first all the time.
Do you think so? Let's go back up with it, right? Let's go back to that junior year and why Twan wasn't in the lineup. Now, the first 5 games, I'm not there. I'm ineligible. So help us out. Why wasn't Twan in the lineup? What was that? Who was them starting receivers to start the season off with?
So to start the season, if I remember, I know Dion played receiver. I don't even know who the other receiver was. I know that the tight ends was Markham King and Raul. Yeah. And then the other receivers were just rotated them in. We didn't really have them.
Mikey. Yeah, I had Mikey. I had Mike.
No, but sometimes we have a play. It was trips right, 61, 91, whatever the play was. It had to be 3 receivers on there. Who the hell was it?
And Mikey probably went in motion out and was the receiver.
Yeah, so, George played receiver at times sometimes. Georgia. So it rotated the other side. Dion played one side, and really it's just handing the ball out to Mike. Honestly.
This is how we finna settle this. As a quarterback, you get to run 3 wide. Mm-hmm. Just the time you was at Tech, them 3 years you was at Tech. Mm-hmm. Out of all the receivers you saw all across the OAL, who your 3 receivers?
Come on, man. He better pick Twan.
He's not. He's not.
He got to pick
He's
Twan.
not. Watch. Go ahead.
So Gene is one.
Okay.
Kareem Tony, that's another one.
There we go.
And I'm gonna have to go with Twan.
Oh, Deontay Taylor.
I'm gonna have. From Matt, yeah.
No, from Skyline. From Skyline. Deontay Taylor from Skyline.
What's boy?
Mo Washington.
Yeah, Mo Washington's up there too. Yeah. Twan's up there. He's top 5, but Mo, if I had trips with Mo, Eugene, and Kareem, oh man. Yeah, I forgot all about Mo. He was unstoppable.
Hey, as a quarterback, hey, listen to me.
Love, we ain't even got to you yet.
Ray, no. As a receiver of the quarterback, Ray, you heard my feelings for Twan, right? You supposed to ride him down.
Twan was good, bro. Twan was good. We not saying
Twan was good. Twan would be in that rotation for sure.
He had a hell of a senior season.
Mm-hmm.
But the OAL, when it comes to backs and receivers, is different.
If perfect world, I would have Twan was playing out of position to me. He's more of like a slot guy.
Slot guy, yeah.
Yeah, definitely a slot guy. He was He was like that. Should have been like that at Laney, but we didn't adapt to this spread offense type slot thing for a long time. And when we did do it, we considered it an H-back, right? So now we got you go coming over, you go help block some stuff, right? Right.
Yeah.
Twan rotated at the X or the Z with me, the X, and like he wasn't fast enough to.
Yeah, he was super quick.
Yeah,
he just wasn't fast enough. He didn't have the height.
Yeah.
So.
Oh no, he a kill in today's game. He a Cooper Cup. He's Cooper.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He's Cooper
sure.
Cup. You know what I'm saying? In today's game. No, but definitely I don't know, Ken. I'm still fighting for Twan, man. I'm putting Twan in.
Bro, Twan is good. We're not saying he's not good. It's just there's guys that there's levels.
You're talking about the three guys I named: Mo, Eugene, and Kareem. Those are all track guys too.
I'm not. And
no,
so
look,
he have a better season than all three of them. Possibly.
Stat-wise,
Kareem had a running back throwing him the ball.
Listen to me. Stat-wise, possibly out of all three of them combined in yardage and touchdowns.
Yeah, but that don't tell everything. That don't tell it. Look. Outside of San Jose State, because them was pros, Kareem ran the best routes of any receiver I've ever thrown the ball to. And in spring ball, I did throw to Twan. In spring ball at Laney.
What does that mean?
Mind you, I played with all of them except Mo. Kareem played on my Saint team. Eugene played on my Saint team too. That year, my first year as a quarterback, he was my receiver.
So what you saw is, from what your own eyes have seen, as you throw it to, you would pick them over Twan.
Yeah, I played with Kareem. Okay. I remember his breakout year. Like he was just a random kid coming out to play football, and he got one pass and took it to the house, and that turned his whole season around, like his whole career. So I played with Kareem, I played with Eugene, I played with Twan, but I didn't play with Mo. But he killed, and his height, he was there. Like that's all we really worried about when we played Mac was him.
Okay, I got it. Twan,
you think if you went to Skyline things would be different? Because if I look at like you and P Lane, I'm like, come on, bro.
No, it wouldn't be different. He wouldn't be second in the lead. He wouldn't be third in the lead, in the Bay Area in passing if you go there.
Right, because even Chris Dixon. Chris Dixon. First of all, another not spray bar, but another White Sox guy. Chris Dixon had Courtney Anderson.
He played Pizza Hut though, so technically spray mark.
He did play Pizza Hut. Chris Dixon had Courtney Anderson, who played for the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
He had Lionel Arnold at running back, went to Washington State. Like he had some dudes around him. You know what I'm saying? Ken Dorsey is fucking Ken Dorsey, whatever. We can't take nothing away from him. So to be right under that, it's like, come on, bro. Sometimes it just be wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
What do you mean? No, I mean, because that we talking about, I don't know. I remember Ken Dorsey's season. Like I grade that on the thing. We remember Robert Knox. Robert Knox was all world Bay Area passing, right?
Yeah.
You remember Robert Knox, Ken?
Robert Knox.
So listen,
he was my year.
Robert Knox was the worst quarterback I ever played with.
Robert Knox is the reason I went to San Jose State. So Robert Knox was my year. He was East Bay Player of the Year. We go to the Alameda County Contra Costa game. Now I will say this: Robert Knox throw that ball fucking hard. Like we was playing catch. That motherfucker, I'd be like, bro, get a receiver or something to catch this shit. Other than that, bro, Robert Knox is like 5'6".
So East Bay.
But P was owning. Coach P was owning.
East Bay Player of the Year, threw a gazillion yards that year. He got to Laney, and I was like, yo, this nigga is trash. Like, no. P Lane can't throw the ball. Robert Knox got a 60-yard bomb. P Lane got a 40-yard bomb. Hey, Patrick Lane wins the quarterbacking job. Robert Knox wasn't that good.
Robert Knox was trash,
about Ken
bro.
Dorsey, but like Ken Dorsey,
he went to Miami, bro.
He's a game manager. We talking game manager.
I ain't knocking that. That nigga went to Miami, want a chip. I ain't knocking that.
Dude,
mind you, my very first year playing Dynamites, when I said I played offensive line, Patrick Lane, was the offensive tackle right next to me.
That's crazy.
So me, Pat, Antoine Thomason, we all played offensive line together.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Hey, Ken, if you
But what
would've
about
signed-
baseball? Hold on.
Ken,
You
if you
think,
would have signed in Miami that year, you would have won a national championship.
fuck no.
What?
Fuck no.
They had the best best team
Bro, I
ever.
wasn't that good. I was good. I wasn't that good.
Manage the game.
Throw it to Andre Johnson.
Or
You think
baseball.
you think you underrated baseball too? You fucking hit me on purpose, bro. You remember that shit?
No, I don't.
No,
But,
you fucking hit me. Coach Jeff told you to hit me. I was finna blast your shit, bro. I was finna blast your shit. You and Mayberry, bro. You and Mayberry, bro. When I faced her, I was like, bro, I'm gonna send this shit.
Yeah, I don't really think underrated in baseball, because by the time I got to high school, that's when Gene coached us hard, so we were all good. So baseball, I was up there. I should have gotten noticed a little bit more in baseball, but around that time, getting noticed in baseball was even harder than getting noticed in football.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was real hard.
Yeah.
So with that squad we had the year before, and no one went to D1 except Mikey. No, actually no one, because Mikey went in football.
Mm-hmm.
Like no one.
No. One of the twins went to San Jose State, but he went to Laney first. Yeah, he went to Laney first. Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah,
it's like when we first started this podcast and we talked to the basketball players. Even though we talked about how good the OEL basketball was, we was like, hey, nobody was going to college. Nobody was going to college for basketball. We talked about how hard-nosed it is, how packed the gym would be, all of the things that we like in it. But it's like, no, and I'm talking about, we have Marshawn on here, Will Levy on here. These dudes that we like, dog and ball, right? And no one went to college. No, Fremont dudes, nobody. They won a state championship. No one went to college for basketball. So it's like they went.
I thought Frank Knight went.
Yeah, that team and Calvin Criddle, but
before that, Calvin
Criddle before that. Not the 99 team that actually won it. Larry Guess and all them.
Larry Guess, Josh Davies, them. Nobody went to college in basketball.
Not in basketball.
Yeah, and that's how it was with baseball, right? Baseball college is a little different though. Like when it comes, somebody could have went to McKenna College and we don't know where the hell McKenna College at. And next thing you know, they playing in a NCAA tournament somewhere. Like, so it's schools like that for baseball, right? But football, they was coming. It's an eye test thing though.
All I know is I was hella mad that I seen half my Spraymar teammates at Tech and half my Spraymar teammates at Skyline. And I'm like, I'm over here by myself, especially on the baseball diamond.
But that's kind of interesting too, Ken, though, because if we looked at it, I don't think Ray joined the engineering academy at 8th grade, right? You coming from Harry Royce, like you went to Oakland High, like it wasn't no academies, it wasn't nothing going on. How you didn't come to Tech?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right? Because that's one thing.
Because Ray was there. My cousin Jeff Drain was there. The girls was there.
No. That's why you didn't need to be there. That's why you didn't need to be there.
Mind you, there was a receiver that we almost got at Tech, and if we would have got him, I think we would have killed.
Who that?
Greg Jefferson.
Yeah, Greg won.
He went to Berkeley IS.
Yeah, he went to Laurel with me. We played Dynamite together. That was my boy. He played with us. White Sox.
I remember. Broke his arm and was still in the starting lineup.
Greg
his grandmother lived in North Oakland, and he actually was going to transfer to Tech, and it just fell through.
Greg was going to be there with me on that ineligible list.
Nah, he wouldn't.
Hey, I think he did 1 year at Berkeley High though. He did serve though.
Man, shout out to G, man. Shout out to G. Hey, his son a baller. Little JJ. He started at De La Salle last year as a freshman.
For real?
Did his thing again this year as a sophomore. He got some offers, Cal, University of Arizona, as a DB and a slot receiver. Shout out to little JJ, man. So It'd be good seeing Greg out at the games and stuff, man. It'd be good seeing all the childhood people seeing him with their kids, man. I love it, man. Like, hey, that's what's up, man.
Hey, if your son hella trash though in that group, is it still the same? Do you still go to the games and shit, or?
Yeah.
Because it's like my son ain't got to be the best, but like, damn, son, don't.
No. See, my son just got good, right? I was the coach, and my son was the kicker. He was what'd you say, NPR?
I thought
player?
Prince was always good.
Nah, Prince just got good when the pandemic hit. Everybody stopped working, and we was working. You know what I'm saying? He just got good. You know what I'm saying? But before that, he was the kicker on my team. It was so bad. It was like I like to win, and I had to put somebody that's better than my son in his position. And you gotta get to the position. You know what I'm saying? So he just got good. He got a story, man. When his story gonna be wonderful, depending on how it play out in the future. But where he started at was he was an NPR player. He was a kicker. My daddy was the coach. It was one of those.
I'd never do that.
Yeah, it's one of those. Hey, you late to practice, Prince. You got to run some laps, and it's like, nigga, you drove me here. I know, but you got to run laps like everybody else. You late, right? So he got all of that things.
That goes to the same thing we was talking about earlier.
In the beginning,
you from that same cloth. It's like you got to earn your way on.
You got to earn it. You got to earn it. You my son and all, and so what happened was I was always had spray mark type teams. Everybody was good. So it's like, dude, you gotta earn your way in front of them, whether you my kid or not. And then right when the pandemic hit, people was, man, I'm leaving. They leaving my team and whatnot. Oh, now you here by yourself with the people coming. You gotta step it up. And he was forced to step it up. And then to be honest, it blows me away to where he at right now, because to be a par player up until you was 10, you the kicker, up until you 10 to starting varsity as a freshman, making 10 tackles a game against St. Francis, I'd be like, oh shit. Like,
yeah, I thought Prince was
you went through the grind. Nah, he just got that way.
Right. Let me ask you this.
The link between you guys just hit me. Y'all were both on teams at a time in your life where y'all were only good when the rest of the team was garbage. Your high school years, Ken, and then Low when he played for them garbage squads at Babe Ruth.
Oh, nigga, you got me twisted. I ain't never played for a garbage. Hey, come on, man. Y'all
I ain't gonna throw my teammates under the bus either, man. We went trash. We just couldn't win.
Low was on. He played for Pal. He pitched. He was their best hitter.
I don't
remember. Oh, Atari was on one of your teams, right?
Atari was on one of my teams.
Yeah.
No. We had Atari. Abdul was on one of my teams. Travis Taylor was on one of my teams. They all. Hold on, Ray.
Who was y'all winning though?
Listen.
They weren't winning.
Man,
they were national too. The only reason why they made
national too.
Dude,
the only reason why they made it out of All-Stars because
I would have made it on
remember
any.
that year, Ken?
I would have made it on any All-Star
George
team.
and all them away from us, put them on national.
Put on Crowell. Yeah.
Hey,
they took all our.
We was too dominant. We was too dominant, and we won it that year. I think we won it that year anyway. I think we beat Crowell in the chip.
This the most hating stuff I ever heard y'all say before, bro. Like when it comes to the top 4
I'm just asking. I don't remember. I don't remember.
Top 4 teams in Babe Ruth, right? On the
That's
national
easy.
one.
That's
it
easy.
Was Allen Temple and Cobras, Allen Temple Spray Mart, right?
Yeah.
A national 2, it was us and fudging all the time, right? Us and fudging. And that's all that mattered, right? Nothing else mattered after that. Duvernay being in
when Crowell took George and them, it was Crowell.
That's the thing about Babe Ruth. It just depends on the age. Teams get good and bad.
When did Crowell take George and them?
When we was
so it was one. 11. It was 1 year where they did something with the.
We was 11.
No, so
we were 11. George was 12.
Yeah, George was 12. No, yeah. George a year older than y'all.
Yeah,
baseball wise, yeah.
Baseball wise, yeah.
Oh, see, I was told so George and Atari the same baseball year.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was in prep. We went in on prep. We went in prep.
Okay.
You didn't play Central? You didn't play Central?
We blew Central out.
Really?
What?
When you played Cal?
Yeah, we had control the All-Star teams at 12, right? So everybody that played on our All-Star team at 12 came and played for PAL that year at 13. So
Did Mikey play with y'all?
Mikey played at Central.
He was
Mikey
Central,
played
yeah.
at Central.
Man, I
But,
never saw Central lose.
not what they weren't even in the top 4 in our lead in that.
Oh, that must have been a down year.
No, Hammer had a good team. Hammer
Mm.
Hammer did come with a good team, but we had Keon and all of them came to PAL.
Yeah,
So-
Keon came. I remember him coming to PAL, and Sean.
And Sean, Keon, Sean, they all came to PAL that year. So then we was good prep. Then 14, Eddie, Coach Eddie took them all to Duvernay. Now Duvernay became good, and we was hella sorry.
See, that's what I'm saying. See, it all depends on your age and what happened.
Hey,
and
Ray, whatever happened with that kid that was your age? I think he was your age, Ray. Clayton. His name was Clayton.
Clayton was good. He played for Crowell.
Yeah, whatever happened to him?
I don't know.
He played like short side. He played with Travell.
Yeah, Clayton.
You remember Clayton? He played with Travell and KC. He was
the only people from Crowell that played on that All-Star team was Travell. That's about it.
Clayton was good, bro.
Clayton was good.
He didn't wear no batting gloves.
I have to see it. I have to see his face.
Nah, Clayton was good.
He was good, but I don't ever know what happened to him after that 14-year-old year.
To him, Eric Mitchell. I ain't never heard from Eric Mitchell again. Eric Mitchell. Hey, but see, this is what I want to talk to Ray about because we done been playing together, pause, for so long. Like my like most vivid memories of Babe Ruth are bad memories because we won so much. What's your most memorable? I'm gonna tell you mine after you tell me yours. What's your most memorable moments of Babe Ruth?
A Babe Ruth? Man, it had to be traveling, All-Stars, staying with host parents.
Oh
Yeah. But we got to get out of the hood.
Yeah.
And stay
Swimming
with
pools.
Stay with the white families that had swimming pools. We didn't know how it was.
Hey, my wife, my host parents must have felt so bad for me. They bought me a new glove, bro. Hey, no. my most memorable is 2 bad ones, bro. Is when we was 8 and we lost to Allen Temple, and then they was at a Royal talking about, and then all I could hear was Coach Daoud. What are we? 18-0. Who are we? 18-0. And I was like, man, fuck that shit. So I never wanted to lose again. And then remember we was undefeated and we lost the fucking Taylor Memorial?
That Lorenzo Alexander team?
Yes, they had Lorenzo, Black Ricky, Josh Dean. Oh, bro, we was undefeated, low.
Is it? Do y'all peep how, like, when y'all just brought Josh Dean up, I just thought about, like, he good in baseball and all that stuff, but we had so many athletes that when they win footballs where they dominated at and where they went somewhere at, man, it'd be so many people. And it's like,
little Chad Washington. He went to O'Dowd and balled out football.
After a while, it's like, it's baseball, because nobody play baseball no more, which is sad in Oakland, right? It's sad, but is baseball just a stepping stone for, and even yourself, you went to college for football, right? And you didn't play youth football, did you, Ken? No, so is baseball the stepping stone in Oakland for kids to go to other sports and excel at?
I wouldn't say it's a stepping stone. I just think we grew up in an era where baseball was it was just a thing to do. Like, you grew up in Oakland, you played baseball. Like, it didn't matter. You didn't have to have no money. Like, you gotta remember the team we played for, more than half of it was from across the street from the village. Mm-hmm. So we played, man. It was just nothing but kids going out there and wanting to play and having fun and being together. So, and just the atmosphere of Babe Ruth baseball, just it was great. Like, we went there. I mean, y'all did too. We went there. We didn't even play, and we'd go to go.
You could just get dropped off. Just dropped off at Greenman, and you knew your kid was gonna be safe.
Yep. And then Spray Mart Allen Temple. That was like a professional game
where you couldn't tell.
The crowd was there. Yeah.
Them Clorox jars.
Let me ask y'all this, and I'm gonna wrap it up after I ask y'all this question. Spray Mart Allen Temple rivalry. overall, like we talking Ohio State versus Michigan, right?
Mhm.
Who have the winning record in that rivalry?
I don't know what happened before we got there, but shit, we might have been 50-50. I know Miners, they got us because the Ray Young teams and even Hooch and them, I feel like it was like 1-1 with Hooch and Big Daddy and Tyson and them. But I feel like after we turned 10, I think we kind of took, to my memory, we took over.
So y'all could have probably made it even because I don't think Ev ever beat Allen Temple until he got older. Until Jimmy got on that big mound and the ball wasn't coming as fast as it was. So now we can see Jimmy fastball because Jimmy always had to be the one to pitch against Allen Spray Mark Cobras.
But look, you gotta remember Jimmy bounced. He went to Alameda.
That's what I'm saying. That was after the prep year, right? That was the prep year, right? But before that, Allen Temple didn't lose to Spray Martin Cobra. Close games, but until they got to the big mound, to that prep mound, now two Bob and them seeing this fastball a little too good and they able to smash it, right? But before that, I think Allen Temple was winning that rivalry.
What'd you think, right? What'd you think, right? Because when we was 8, we lost.
Yeah, 8 we lost, 9 it was like 50-50, and then 10, like Allen Temple wasn't seeing us.
Once Hooch got off the mound and it, I ain't trying, what I'm saying, but once left-handed Eddie Cox got on the mound, we was winning.
Yeah.
Once Eddie got on the mound, we was winning.
Our 10-year-old year, our rival was Kappa.
Yeah.
It wasn't Temple.
Johnny Ash, Nate Durhamhammer.
All of them.
That's who we was having trouble with.
Y'all 10-year-old years, Kappa. That's Big Dame. Them Big Dame was a year above y'all then probably. Rob Johnson. No, what is Rob Johnson? Rob Johnson, your year?
Allen Temple.
He's a baseball years, he's a year older.
Yeah, but Rob Johnson, Allen Temple though.
Yeah, no, but because I'm Big Dame hit him out of Bush Rod twice. So like, yeah.
Who was Big Dame?
He played for Kappa, but he robbed him age.
Okay.
Hey, real West Oakland, like you say, batting without no batter's gloves. He's big Rob out of Bush.
Yeah, now we had a good run. I think, man, shit. We was 8, we lost, but 9. That's when George Capers was like our older player. I can't remember what we did at 9, but at 10, when we changed from Spray Mart to Pizza Hut, championship. 11, championship. 12, for some reason, Mac and Jeff went back to minors, and then Hank was our coach, and we was trash.
Yeah, they stayed with the good team.
We was trash at 12. When they moved us to the Infirmary, bro, I think we went like 7-5 or some shit like that. We was losing to like teams we never lost.
Yeah, our 12-year-old year. But we had some good players. Me, you.
Yeah, TT was the leadoff. Terrence Hudson, best second. Yeah, Greg Jefferson, Chris. It was like our same team.
Why y'all was losing?
Yeah.
Why y'all was losing?
I don't know, bro. We was
y'all lost that home field advantage of playing in East Oakland. Got to go to the Infirmary and
beat, bro.
Mind you, we were desperately trying to get Swan to play with us because he was gonna play both. And had he been on our team, it would have probably been a little different.
Bro, we was 12. Twan was our best player. He was 10.
Hey, he was a natural, man. He was a natural. He's one of the ones that he's one of the ones that come up in everybody top whatever.
Bro, we were so good. We would make bets at the beginning of the season, like who gonna strike out the least. And I think if you struck out more than like 2 or 3 times, then you lost. Like he was not striking out.
Yeah.
Hey, well, going back to it though, Twan's house too. It was one of those same things too. Going to his house, everybody went to his house. It was competition all the time. Playing basketball, football, baseball, all that stuff, all the time at his house too. So we always had it. And then Hank he had a net in his back. We had back practice back there all the time. So we was constantly getting better.
It was baseball.
It was dope.
Baseball all day. And that's back then when Big Ev and Hank put us in the back of their trucks. You could ride in the back of somebody's pickup truck. So we like 5 deep in the back of the pickup, holding the thing. Coach Barney. You all remember Barney?
That's my guy, man.
Bro, Coach Barney used to pick us. Man, I'm telling you, dog, we was rolling.
Barney pitched me too much one year, man, and my arm wasn't the same after that 15-year-old year. Like, you got me pitching every other game.
Barney one of them unsung coaches, though. Barney one of them ones.
I give Barney his props, man. But we got to wrap this up, man. Shout out to my guy, Ray Cleve, man. Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think, man. Y'all hear it in the comments, man. Let us know the Twan,
I love you.
The Twan debate, the Twan, Kareem, Tony, the KT debate, man. Let us know what y'all think, man. Let us know what y'all think with Ray Cleve, the underrated. What would Ray Cleve look like if he was at a Skyline or he did have the push? We have got the All A&G Player of the Year award, man. So Ray Cleve, thanks for coming out, man. Shout out to Ken, man. Yeah, be ready, man. Hey, we gotta give us some more people. I told y'all, we're reaching out to some of the ones y'all want to hear from, man. So we putting together the lineup that we go get back to rolling, man. We got a good lineup lined up for you guys, man. So shout out to our guests, our viewers. Keep logging in, man. Checking us out. Ken, sign us off.
Man, we appreciate y'all. Hey, follow us on Instagram at the Rec Center Podcast. Go ahead and subscribe that subscribe button. Also, like this episode. You got to subscribe, though, to keep us on, man. We got to have those subscribers for our YouTube. But, man, we appreciate all the support. Thank you, Raymond, for coming on. Man, we can't tell the OAO story, the Oakland athletic story without you, bro. So, hey, tell Lil Ev we coming for him, too. We got to hear something about hear his story and some of the great guys that he played with. Man, we'll catch y'all on the next run. I'm Kenny Edwards. We out.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Absolutely.
Thanks, y'all.
Get y'all in a
For
minute.
watching this clip, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on all notifications. Get more content like this at the Rec Center Podcast.